Bulls are completely trapped on this gap down, my friends. This is a great sentiment gap, and it's going to open the door to easy money this week. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how I plan on playing it this week to make some money, and also show you where my targets are most likely going to be so that you can just follow along, have some success in trading, make some money, and go enjoy your life. So this is on SPY right now. We were waiting on some sort of a rug pull, right? The crowd is always on one side. And so when the crowd was super bearish over here, the markets went bullish. We've been talking about this now for a few weeks, how the crowd is just super bullish now, right? Everyone's getting squeezed out of their bear positions. Everyone's like, okay, we're bullish. Now it's time for these markets to drop, and we're waiting on this. So this is a great gap to probably trigger this out. My target for this week here on SPY is going to be right around the 570 mark. I believe if we can make it down into 570, this is going to be a very strong bull area. It could go all the way down to 550. So I drew this big box down here. This is what I'm going to be paying attention to. So that means there's a very high probability that we will go from here all the way down to here this week. And so it's easy money. Just like this gap up was pretty easy on the way back up because it's like bears should have stepped in. They're going to get squeezed. This gap is making the markets pretty predictable as well. Now, is it a guarantee? No, nothing is. But there's about a 60 to 70% chance that we will be coming back into 575 to 570 this week. I think it's going to be more like 570 this week. In fact, it could be even worse than that, and we could be going down to 550. But I generally believe that these bulls are going to be buying this up based on the sentiment that came through over the last week or two. But we desperately needed a dip. And so what I'm going to be looking at doing is looking to short this. I'm already in some puts that I started to buy last week. Those should start to print out pretty well. But this will be some great day trades as well as swing trade opportunities through here. So this is a very large gap down here. So it's probably going to rest a little bit. At the same time, there are a lot of bulls that are going to be stuck in this position. So now they're waking up. They're seeing that the markets are not going to all-time highs in 2 seconds, and they're feeling scared, which is going to cause them to do what? Sell. Remember, emotions make people predictable. And so as they sell, it'll probably work its way back down. And then as soon as everyone's very nervous about getting back in and everyone starts going bearish again, is probably about the time things are going to bounce. It's like, just have that contrarian thinking, and odds are you're going to make money in this market. So I think that a retest back up into like 592 area, which is a really solid resistance over here, would make a lot of sense with how big of a gap this was. It doesn't have to do that. But if I can get a retest back up through here, it's going to open the door for a really good day trade. I am very interested in day trading today. Tomorrow might be a pretty okay day to day trade as well. But right now, the sentiment is fresh. The people are scared. The emotions are fresh. It's going to be pretty easy to predict, right? People are hard to predict unless you get them feeling the same emotions. Once you get them feeling the same emotions, they'll do the exact same thing. Everyone's going to be thinking the exact same thing. And every single bull up here is they're freaking out a little bit because they bought way too high in a really bad place. So we can take advantage of that and day trade this down. My target for the day trade here for Monday, it's going to be anywhere from around 585 to 580 would most likely be my target for today. That's why I want this to fade back higher so that I can have it a bigger move. If I were to get into it right now, there's not that much meat on that bone to be able to make money on this for a day trade. So if it just falls off, I probably won't day trade this, but I will be looking at some short-term momentum to be able to look for a dip and take a swing trade back down with this being my target. So zoom on into an hourly time frame. Again, this is all on SPY. This is your higher low. This is a spot that I believe the bulls had to hold. And so if we end up gapping below this spot here, let's see, that's that 588 mark. If we end up gapping below that, I could see a revisit back up into some of these resistances, which again is that 590, 592 would be the highest I think we probably get. So somewhere in this area is where I'll be planning it for my shorts and planning on getting in some puts and to take this thing back down. And then again, we've got a pretty strong support here at 585. If 585 breaks, then I think we probably come back and revisit this fair value gap coming through here around 582. So that's my short-term plan for some day trades. But again, long-term for this week, I believe that we are going to end up somewhere around this box or in this box by Friday. I just want to be able to make money on the way down. If it doesn't give me that strong entry point up here, then I will most likely just day trade the momentum down, since I can get better entries on my day trades, kind of get in and out. If I can get a really nice retest over the next 2 days or so, today or tomorrow, then yes, I will be looking to add to some swing trade puts. Again, I'm already in some. We bought some late last week. Exit down here for a pretty nice win, and then start looking for our bull positions. As soon as everyone's looking bearish, I want to start looking bullish, and I believe that the bulls are going to be found somewhere in that area. So that's my game plan on SPY. If you're new here to real life trading, welcome. We are a stock market education company that focuses on teaching you how to trade profitably. We're not here just to spoon feed you results. We are here to teach you how to trade safely and consistently, because there is a way to be able to do that. And if you can understand the ways to think, the right way to learn and navigate these markets, you will be able to click a button, replace your salary, and change your life. And that's what our mission is here at Real Life Trading, is to get you completely financially free through trading the stock market, because that was my experience. That's my journey. You guys can go look at my story at another time. It was a wild one, but I am a full-time trader and have been for almost 7 years now, because I learned these few simple steps. And so come check us out over at Real Life Trading. Links are down below for free trading courses and to come join our community, trade with us. I do these recaps and game plans every single day and walk you through how to make money in these markets. So again, in the All Access Pass, this is what I do on a daily basis. Come trade live with us and hang out. But it should be some pretty easy money on SPY. Again, I try to keep things very simple. I focus on one ticker. It's mainly SPY because I do a lot of options, but I trade other things. It's just, I have my main go-to and it works, right? That's how I trade. But again, if you guys have any ticker requests for me, please feel free to throw them over into the comment section and I will go over it next week. The last ticker that I wanted to go over today is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is up into a very strong resistance, pushing into its all-time high. The bulls really came in hard and now are already getting taken out. So this is a little bit of a bull trap coming through. Not the strongest sign I've ever seen, but we'd want to see a daily close probably below, what is that, 100,400? So if we can get that close below that, then I would think that we're most likely working our way back into like the $90,000 to $94,000 range. This is a very strong bull sentiment and bull reversal. It just needs probably a little bit more of a retest, especially if we start zooming out on a weekly chart. You can see, I mean, that's a lot of bull weeks in a row. And so that 95-ish thousand mark is where that 10 EMA is going to be sitting. That'd be your first place that bulls would most likely be trying to work on a little bit of a base and pull back through. So look for pretty steep selling, I would say, here, and then a hangout area back into this previous support, and most likely a move back up. We're going to come and retest this high. Now, what we do at this high is going to be very, very, very telling. Sorry, I had this thing in the way. It's going to be very telling, because if we do this and then get stuck again, odds are we're probably selling. That's where the momentum's most likely flowing to. So if we pull back and get a bounce, we want to see strong closures all the way through 107,500. So 107,500 needs to be broken strongly for this momentum to continue. If not, then we are probably going to be seeing some sort of a short-term double top and more likely consolidation. It's too early to tell. All I know is that we need to see strong closures. If we get strong closures, dips will continue to get bought up and the party will resume. If it struggles here for about 2 or 3 weeks, we have the potential for a double top to come back through, and that's what it did over here. So we don't want that to happen again for these bulls. Most likely, again, though, 100,000 or so gets bought up, 95,000 gets bought up, and we'll see just how strong these bulls are. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, my friends. I come out with them every single Monday to walk you through my game plan of how I'm planning on making money for the week. You only need 1 or 2 trades for the week, my friends. You don't need to be taking 1,000 trades. Plan your great momentum trades, sit back and wait for them, and then take it when the opportunity comes. Press that button, sit back, make your money, and get out of these markets and plan your next one. That's the formula to making money in these markets. Love you guys. Check out the links down below to learn how to trade. If you're already an experienced trader but are struggling to see results, come join us. Let us walk you through, show you what you're doing wrong and how you can turn that around and start getting successful results in trading. I'll see you next week, guys.
Guys, if you have not checked out Apex Trader Funding yet, we are officially partnered with them. You have to check it out. It's never been easier to trade with a lot of capital. You don't need a lot of capital anymore to be in this game. I suggest you all go out, pick up a, either a 25 or 50K account. Use our code REAL and you'll get anywhere from 50 to 80% off. This is futures trading. You're absolutely going to love it. With Apex 3.0, the rules have become easier than ever, and a lot of people are getting amazing payouts. You can see down here at the bottom, Tons of people getting payouts here at Apex. Jump in, check it out. I know you're going to love it.